First, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Here you will find real tools to change your daily life. Have you ever woken up feeling like you're behind schedule? Like the world is already waiting for you, and you haven't even set foot on Earth yet? Most people start their day by turning off their alarm on autopilot, immersing themselves in social media, and letting the chaos dictate their pace. And that's where the problem begins. A lack of mental clarity, focus, and direction makes the days fly by, but nothing really changes. The good news? There's a simple and effective way to change the situation. Ask the right questions. And not just any questions. Powerful questions, which awaken your daily purpose, put you in tune with your priorities and objectives, and will help you eliminate distractions before the coffee even gets cold. These questions don't just serve to motivate you. They act as an emotional and strategic GPS, guiding your decisions, habits, and vision for the future. In just a few minutes, morning reflection, you activate a real conscious reboot even though yesterday was a disaster. If you want to build a success routine, if you're serious about asking these questions, the ones that build great success, build legacies, and transform mindsets, you need to know and apply these 7 questions in your daily life. Prepare to be amazed by their simplicity and their impact. Key question: what can I do today to move closer to the life I want to live? Every day is an opportunity for a fresh start, but many waste it by repeating the same habits, thoughts, and fears from the day before. When you wake up and ask yourself what you can do today, not tomorrow, not next month though, take a step in the right direction, you activate your power of choice. This question moves you from inertia to action. It forces you out of survival mode and into creation mode. Even if you're still far from your ideal life, there's always a small gesture, a choice, an action possible for today. And it's in this possibility that progress emerges. Answering this question every day creates a sense of responsibility, small but transformative. You begin to understand that the future depends not on major events, but on some of the small, conscious actions you take now. It's not about perfection. It's about intention. One good decision today can save you years of regret. Have you noticed that big changes often start with a simple decision? Most people wait for an extraordinary moment, a magical turning point, a perfect opportunity. But what truly defines your journey are the small decisions you make every day, especially when you wake up. By waking up and asking yourself what your true intention is for the day, you infuse your routine with mental clarity and meaning. This morning reflection prevents you from living on impulse or on autopilot. Instead of simply reacting to the day's unexpected events, you begin to consciously direct your energy. Deciding to be more patient, focused, disciplined, or present for just 24 hours is enough to have an impact. It's like tuning your internal GPS early in the morning. With this compass activated, you're more focused and have better direction in everything you do, which reinforces your transformative habit. Don't underestimate the power of a well-defined intention. It's the common thread that connects your behavior to your values and goals. Every day lived with intention brings you closer to the life you want to build with authenticity, morning discipline, and foresight. There are days when your to-do list seems endless and you find yourself running around, unsure of exactly where to go. In those moments, asking a simple, powerful question can be like shining a flashlight through the chaos. Asking yourself, what really matters today, forces you to look inward and separate the important from the unnecessary. These morning reflections are like an exercise in self-awareness. They free you from your unconscious restlessness and allow you to take control of your schedule. Instead of drowning in external demands, you begin to prioritize what really matters, whether it's an important project, your health, a postponed conversation, or even your emotional well-being. The right questions not only help you organize your day, but they also awaken your success mindset. They challenge your limiting beliefs, clarify your priorities, and strengthen your morning discipline. It's a subtle but powerful way to affirm, I choose to live with intention. So, before you do anything, start by asking questions. Make it a transformative habit, because by connecting with what really matters, you stop wasting time and start building a life legacy, a legacy with purpose, meaning, and direction. There are days when your to-do list seems endless and you find yourself running around, unsure of exactly where to go. In those moments, asking a simple, powerful question can be like shining a flashlight through the chaos. Asking yourself, what really matters today, forces you to look inward and separate the important from the unnecessary. These morning reflections are like an exercise in self-awareness. They free you from your unconscious restlessness and allow you to take control of your schedule. Instead of drowning in external demands, you begin to prioritize what really matters, whether it's an important project, your health, a postponed conversation, or even your emotional well-being. The right questions not only help you organize your day, but they also awaken your success mindset. They challenge your limiting beliefs, clarify your priorities, and strengthen your morning discipline. It's a subtle but powerful way to affirm, I choose to live with intention. So, before you do anything, start by asking questions. Make it a transformative habit, because by connecting with what really matters, you stop wasting time and start building a life legacy, a legacy with purpose, meaning, and direction. When you start the day with questions that require presence and intention, something shifts within you. It's like wiping the cloudy glass of your mind clean, asking yourself, what brings me closer to my purpose today? Isn't about answering perfectly, it's about aligning with what makes sense for your life. Mental clarity comes from the regular practice of morning reflection. This question is like a GPS that puts you back on track. Even in normal times, it helps you avoid impulsive decisions and knee-jerk reactions. Suddenly, you realize which actions truly bring you closer to the person you want to be and which ones drain you, leaving you unable to recover. Clarity promotes focus, and focus powerfully channels your energy. Instead of being distracted by urgent needs that don't always concern you, you begin to act with more awareness and take control of your life. This is an effective mindset, knowing where you are, why you are there, and where you want to go. Well-formulated questions are like compasses. By cultivating this habit of inner listening, you wake up with more morning discipline and a sense of direction. Your day stops being random and becomes intentional, and that's how you make meaningful progress every day. You know when you arrive somewhere and can't even remember your route? That's because you're on autopilot, and the same thing could happen in your life. You wake up, check your news feed, rush to get a coffee, reply to your messages, and voila! 3 hours have passed. The danger of autopilot is that it robs you of your awareness, your energy, and ultimately your freedom. Asking yourself early in the morning whether you're living with presence or simply repeating patterns is a true mental wake-up call. This morning reflection breaks the flow of distractions and makes room for what's essential. And it's in this pause that the first step toward change emerges understanding. He who doesn't perceive doesn't choose. He who doesn't choose lives adrift. Morning discipline comes into play here as a transformative habit. Creating mindful rituals upon waking, such as journaling, meditating, breathing deeply, or even walking in silence, brings you back to the present. And it's only in the present that you have true decision-making power. It's where your focus, your direction, and your chance to make a conscious new start each day lie. Avoiding autopilot also means eliminating distractions before they overwhelm you. Before you open your phone, open your mind. Before you react, reflect. Before you react to the world, ask yourself, who is in charge today, me or my impulses? This simple question can mean the difference between a ruined day and a memorable one. How you start your day determines the hours that follow. If your first reaction upon waking is to open social media, you're already surrounded by noise, comparisons, and distractions. This makes it difficult to focus before the day even begins. Your brain switches to reactive mode, focusing on others rather than your own goals. Asking yourself, what can I do now to nourish myself fully, is a great way to get back on track. Instead of consuming the world, we choose to create our own rhythm, a moment of silence, an inspiring read, a light exercise, or even a mindful cup of coffee make all the difference. They are simple but conscious choices. These morning resolutions are like seeds. What you sow early in the morning you reap in the form of energy, productivity, and clarity throughout the day. By replacing distractions with food, you activate your mind in a more focused way and avoid wasting your willpower on trivial matters. Remember, the beginning of your day is the beginning of your story. Don't leave this chapter to the algorithm. Start with presence, morning discipline, and responsible decisions. This is how you'll develop a transformative habit that will not only improve your mornings, but also your quality of life. Sometimes, you don't need a major revolution, just a small, intentional action. A simple question, asked sincerely, can completely change the course of your day. By asking yourself early in the morning, what small action could make all the difference today? You trigger conscious interaction rather than acting on autopilot. This question puts you in touch with the power of micro-decisions. It could be organizing your space, sending an important message, solving a problem, or even taking a break. What seems trivial, if done consistently, has a significant long-term impact. This is the logic behind good habits and morning discipline. The secret isn't to overdo it, but to start well. By starting the day with a decision aligned with what really matters, we enter the flow. Other decisions become easier, focus increases, and a sense of progress emerges. Small, conscious movements lead to big transformations. And if you ask yourself this question daily, committing to taking action, you will build a life full of meaning and coherence. This is what success is all about, the sum of small, intentional actions. And it all starts with the right question, asked at the right time. How you start your morning determines how you will live your days and ultimately your entire life. The questions you ask yourself when you wake up shape your mindset, your approach, and your decisions. They are not mere reflections, but directions. They are compasses that guide you toward your daily goal and keep you away from autopilot. So, I ask you, what question will you ask yourself tomorrow morning? Will you continue to repeat the same patterns, or will you consciously choose to direct your thoughts toward a fresh start? You have the power to eliminate distractions, redefine your priorities, cultivate daily gratitude, and move forward with mental clarity toward your life's legacy. Remember, master your mornings, master your results. Make these questions your new transformative habit. Write them down, read them aloud, and stick them on your mirror. Make this practice a ritual of self-knowledge and daily progress. You don't have to change everything at once. Just start, and start by asking questions. Good. If this content has made you think, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who needs it today. Together, let's build a determined generation